You're here because you're an industrial straight follow-up. My job is to whip you into shape. There's only two ways out of my command. On your feet like a man, or in a ditty bag. An itty-bitty ditty bag.
Greetings, toy heads. Welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network, the action figure show about news, reviews, collecting tips, customizations, kit bashing, everything that goes into this fun, nerdy hobby that you and I both love. And in this special episode, we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Valaverse Action Force Sgt. Slaughter. When I got on Big Bad Toy Store and ordered my Dark Trooper, I saw that he was still available, and I wanted to get one initially, but I was holding out for the G.I. Joe Classified Sgt. Slaughter, and I saw that they had as you can see, the box is a little beat up, but I'm an opener, so it doesn't matter to me. I got basically a second class, it knocks a couple of dollars off, and I picked him up as well. So let's have a look here, move in a little closer. As you can see, we've got the window on the front, which the other one that I did not have, the Special Ops Trooper. Can't remember exactly the name of that trooper. It was just an army builder guy. Oh, we got Action Force here, Sgt. Slaughter, Valaverse logo on the bottom. Side, we've got a picture of Sgt. Slaughter in the G.I. Joe font, which I found amusing. Picture of Sgt. Slaughter there, the Valaverse logo, or the Action Force logo. And then on the other side, we've got the Action Force logo. Top, Valaverse Action Force, warning, don't put Sgt. Slaughter in your mouth. And on the back, there's the old wave, G.I. Joe font, G.I. Joe font. They're not even trying to hide it, are they? And a card, a cutout file card. Very, very funny. QR codes, you can scan that on your phone and get in and find everything out about Action Force by Valaverse. Action points for, I don't know, to send in to get Admiral Akbar, I guess. Or a rocket-firing Boba Fett. Got their, follow them on Facebook. Instascam and YouTube, Valaverse.com, Valaverse, and on the bottom we've got some jibbery legal jargon, Action Force, Valaverse, and that right there, age restrictions 0 to 5. You know what that means? That's right, you're welcome. And barcode! And we are ready to go. Get Trusty out. Pew! And slide. I'm getting resistance. Is there tape there? What is that? I'm getting resistance in the box. Okay, I guess it's just because the box is bent. Slice through, and we should be in. It really cracks me up that they're using the G.I. Joe font, which is called Hauser, by the way. Which is Duke's last name. Okay, slide the tray out. This one is packaged quite differently than the other one, the Royal, I can't remember the name of it, but the Special Ops Trooper. I've got plastic over the tray there. That's quite nice. We've got a series of hands that we need to pop out. Oh, the pointy hand is being contrary. There we go. And then we have Sarge's glasses, which I'm going to try to get out of here and refrain from them falling onto the floor and going into the void with Carol Ann. Poltergeist joke. Okay, glasses out, gun out. Knife out. Well, there it goes. That just shot off into the nowhere. And Can't get the stand out, but we're ready to... Actually, he was just laying in there. And we'll get the stand out. And we'll put the plastic back on. And the tray back on. Or the tray cover back on. Yeah, this one was a little beat up. But that's okay. Because I'm an opener. And flap, 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 tab. And we'll sit you up here. Where's that hand? There it is. Okay, and we're ready to get him on the pedestal. All right, here we've got him on the pedestal with all the accessories and everything. So let's take a look at those. First off, we have a really nice Bowie knife. Now, before I jump into this, I want to say the last, when I did the, I don't know, Royal Guard, whatever that, Special Ops Trooper, I didn't give it a great review. Basically because of like some joint issues. The accessory pack that I also did a review on, I still cannot get the vest to snap into the side. Actually, if grab him, I still got him over here. Still got that right there. Cannot get those pegs into the side there. Got some dislikes on that video, probably because I didn't like Action. People think, oh, I hate Action Force. No, I still like him. He's up on the shelf with my Joes. I still like him. It's just there's some teething issues. That's all. It's a new company. But anyway, I've got a really cool looking Bowie knife there. Nice black handle, silver paint apps on there, nice and shiny. I really, really like that. It's actually quite sharp. Ow! Really cool knife. And then we have Sarge's sunglasses, signature sunglasses, which he looks really weird without them. But signature sunglasses, which we'll get on him here in a bit. And then we've got a pistol, a revolver. Looks like, I want to say that's like a Taurus 44. Almost looks like a Taurus 44 Magnum. Be a double action 6-shot revolver. Again, in the nice silver paint apps with a black painted grip. Really nice accessories. And then the classic Sergeant Slaughter Drill Sergeant hat, which I'm not exactly sure which way is front. Okay, this will be the front because the buckle there is should be on the left side. So there we go. And then we've got another Action Force stand, which may or may not end up on him. I don't know. If not, I've got a drawer full of stands, and those with some figures always come in handy. And then we've got a smattering of different hands here, which make me very happy because I love having extra hands for different things. So first off, we have a pointing hand on the right. We'll do the right hands first. Then we have a trigger grip hand right there. Here, I'll just sit these down as I go through them. We have a fist hand for the right. Let's see. Then we have a cupped hand for the right. Let me see that. Okay, wait a minute. Where's the trigger? So they did make the trigger hand hinged up and down, but man, again, tight joints, and it makes me weary. I'll have to put those on and adjust them. And then over here on the left hands, we've got the cupped hand, the fist hand, and another trigger hand for that. Let's see how this one is. This one's up and down as well. Yeah, joints are really tight. That's one thing they really need to work on. It's a fine action figure, but you don't want to have joints that tight. You shouldn't have to dip this in hot water out of the package. It should be, the plastic should be relatively, and I'm hoping, because this is still in their first line, their first wave, I'm hoping that they correct that in the second wave. I'm not going to be getting anything out of the second wave, I don't believe. I didn't really see anything that struck my fancy. But I've always loved Sergeant Slaughter. Goes back to my old WWF days. That's right, WWF. It used to be called that. I don't watch wrestling anymore. The new stuff, I'm not into it. But I'm into the old school stuff. Hulk Hogan, Nikolai Volkov, that kind of stuff. So Sergeant Slaughter stands at approximately right at 6 1/4 inches tall, which is right where he needs to be. He's a big boy. Looking at him right out of the package, I haven't adjusted him or anything. I just picked him up and kind of adjusted the detents on his ankles and stood him there. Looking at him out of the package, looks pretty cool. He's got like a slot in his back for a backpack, but doesn't have a backpack. I guess that's for the accessory packs. I might get a couple of the accessory packs eventually, just because I have extra guns and whatnot. Really good face sculpt. I mean, that looks like Sergeant Slaughter. We'll get into the articulation in a moment. We've got a rubberized, which is a rubbery plastic, but is very rigid. Got a textured, ribbed textured tank top. It's a shame that they didn't give us additional arms to pop in and pop out with just like bare arms, so you could take the jacket off. Because in order to get the Sergeant Slaughter with the classic tank top, you have to get the second edition one, which you can do that with. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it's still a cool looking figure, and I'm going to have that Sergeant Slaughter when I get the G.I. Joe Classified, which I have on pre-order. We've got a knife sheath on the left leg, which is a separate piece, and the revolver holster on the right leg, which is a separate piece. I mean, he looks good. Let's take a look at articulation. Head all the way around. It is a neck with a ball hinge up at the top. You get pretty decent up, pretty decent down. A little bit of tilt, not much on the neck. Got butterfly shoulders. Arm goes... Again, there's the joint issue. I don't want to snap that, because that's a big issue right there. That should always be a joint that is relatively, loose out of the package. Not like it should have some tightness to it, but it shouldn't be this difficult, because right there, that bicep swivel pin snap very easily. So you really have to be careful. Arm does go all the way around, up right about there. When you hear that, that scares me. Does have a bicep swivel and a double elbow. Goes right about there, hindered by the bicep. The two hands on him are just basic grip hands. Wrist all the way around, and man. In and out. Valaverse, you really gotta do something about the joints. Again, maybe the second, it's a learning curve. Same on the other side. Wrist all the way around, and kicking the camera with his feet, and in and out on the wrist hinge. I'm not gonna try to force it. Ball joint, is it a ball joint? Yeah, ball joint mid torso, for actually really good ab crunch. Not so much back because of the coat, but really good ab crunch. Waist swivel. Their articulation is dead on. Not a drop down ball joint, but legs go out to right about there. Not bad. Got a thigh swivel, and feels like there might be a drop down ball joint, but I know there isn't. And got a double knee, but oh boy, kind of hindered with the strap of the sheath there. Man, these joints are tight. Detents on the feet, again, tight joints, just need to be worked in. And forward rocker on the feet. Let's put his glasses on. Those should be able to fit. And then the hat, yeah, the hat should go on right there. The hat doesn't, like, stay on. It's very loose. I do have that on right? Yeah. Well, it stays on if you put it in that way. Maybe that is the way that it goes on. I always thought that the buckle on a hat should be on the left-hand side, but I mean, it's the same in the front as it is in the back, so that works out. Gun goes in the holster here. We'll put the gun in. Whoop. Dropped it. We'll get the gun in the holster. Well, can I get it in the holster? It just kind of, okay, it just sort of lays in there like that. And then the knife in the sheath. Move this arm up, and it should go in this way. There we go. So those fit in relatively nicely. I think I'm going to put. Let's go ahead and see. Oh man, let me get it behind the camera here. Pop his. Wow, it's really hard. It's really hard to get these hands out. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I really want to like these, and I do like them, but it shouldn't be this difficult to get the hand out. You shouldn't have to heat these up out of the package unless there's some warp issues, and I cannot get. Oh, there we go. All right, his glasses almost flew off. Yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult. See, that one went in just fine. Let's see if I can get this one out. I'm going to put his hat and his glasses down so they don't go flying. I'll see if I can get... Oh, man. I just feel like that pin's going to come right out of there. All right. Okay, there we go. So I'll put the trigger finger, or the trigger hand on his left, and we'll put his glasses back on. There we go. That's cool that he comes with the glasses as a separate piece. Okay. All right. Get the detents lined up. Okay. So, yeah, decent figure, great sculpt, no complaints there. My only complaint with these, really, is the joint issue. And again, like I said, maybe in the second wave that they have corrected that. You know, that will be that. I am going to have to heat this up, dunk it in some hot water. I don't know if they just use a harder plastic than like Hasbro and like Mattel use. I maybe that's it, but I mean, it looks great. It looks fantastic. I just wish that I keep saying joint issue. We're going to make a drinking game out of it. Every time Eli says joint issue, we take a drink. Don't do that because you'll be in the hospital. So yeah, I like him. Great figure. Let's get him off the pedestal and scale him up with some other guys and see how he scales up. All right, so here we have him with the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Vice Admiral Rampart, the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint, the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series Retro Nick Fury, and the Mattel DC Universe Classics Lex Luthor. All in all, I'm very, very pleased with him. I don't want you to get me wrong. Don't downvote this just because I'm going on and on about the articulation, the joints on there. Because if you have one of these, you know out of the package that these have joint issues. And I know that there's a thing that says, you know, you should probably soak them in hot water or heat them up a little bit with a heat gun. I don't use heat guns. I use water. Mainly because I don't own a heat gun, but even if I did, I wouldn't do that because there's always that chance of melting something. You really shouldn't have to do that when you take something out of the package like that, unless, like I said, unless there's some warp, like a bent leg in the packaging or a weapon or something like that. But great figure. I'm very happy with him. He's going to look great up there on my shelf with my Joes. He'll look great standing next to the G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Slaughter when I get him. He's awesome. He's an awesome figure. The other one is awesome too. I've got him here. And, oh, Flint. Hey there, buddy. There you go. We'll just lean you up. This guy's great too. The Royal Guard, or whatever that thing was called. Troop Builder, Special Ops, something like that. This guy's great too. But again, just, it's a joint issue. No biggie. It's easily fixed. You just, like I said, you shouldn't have to do that. At any rate, that will do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Rebastard Network, as well as join us on Twitter, Discord, and my TikTok by clicking those links in the bottom right-hand corner of the banner on our channel page. Become part of the DRN family. We will welcome you with open arms. You've been watching Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network. You all have a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.